All right, hello. Welcome to this video. I'm going to just talk briefly about some of the things going on, and right off the bat, I just want to say, saying that I was going to boycott the South Shore was extremely. Just wasn't thinking. I was mad because I saw the support for Trump there and all the honking, and I just can't. It's just said it, without thinking. That if I say that, then I'm not going to go to the South Shore, and that's hard to do when you have public transportation in the middle of the island that's not reliable, when you have a lot of depressing things in the middle of the island. That's not nice to be around and brings you down. We just weren't thinking, and then to say, well, I'm not gonna try to live on the South Shore, kind of thing, is stupid too. So just wasn't thinking. It was just a heat of the moment kind of thing. Heat of the moment. But that song by Asia. But look, I'm sorry, alright? I didn't mean that, alright? But it still stands that there's still a tremendous amount of discrimination going on. There's a tremendous amount. We have a lot of crime going on in the middle of the island. They found I'll do another video about this later. They found a guy not too far from the Tanger Outlets in Deer Park that was murdered behind a restaurant. The crime in the middle of the island is continuing to get worse. It's out of control. While the South Shore just avoids most of all of it. They sit pretty, they sit safe, and it's all part of the plan, and that's what makes me so angry. I don't want to live in New Jersey, but they are trying to force us out. I mean, the thought of having to live in New Jersey just makes me sick, and I'm sorry, but I just cannot. I cannot think about having to live in New Jersey. Pricing us out. By taking away the public transportation, making the public transportation more unreliable, like what you've seen with the main line, with all the problems that we've had, shutdowns, no shuttle buses. They don't even tell you to take a taxi or a Lyft. But if you can't afford it, that's how they price you out. And then the areas that do have reliable transportation, walkable streets, and are happy places on the South Shore are only for a certain demographic only. The irony is the people who really need those things are being kept out of those areas. And that also makes me very angry. Look, I don't know what the future is going to hold for me. I don't know. I don't want to move, but if things continue to get really bad in the middle of the island, especially if these transportation cuts happen and the South Shore their transportation remains fairly decent, I'm going to have to fight to live on the South Shore. Obviously there's two roads that my life is going to take. One road is going to be to New Jersey, and then the other road to being able to stay on Long Island is being blocked by these arrogant, closed-minded individuals. And I'm ready just to rev up the bus and just run them over to go on the road I want to go on, because I don't want to go to New Jersey. I'll just rev up the bus and just run them the hell over. Because they should not be able to stand in my way of happiness. I don't care how much money you make. These people think because of their financial status that they can keep other people out of the town that they live in, and you don't have a right to do that. You don't have a right to do that. All right? And if I do need to live on the South Shore, and it was stupid for me to say that I don't want to live, because let's face it, if things keep going the way they're going, it's going to be the only decent place to live on Long Island. And yeah, I'm going to have to be around a bunch of closed-minded individuals and people who are very arrogant, but at the same time, it's better than being around the vagrants, not having transportation, and walking through towns with closed stores. You have to, look at it that way. But the main problem is they're arrogant, they're closed-minded, they're not going to let you live with them. And that remains the big problem for me. But I figured I would just make this 5-minute video. I don't want it being very long. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I really don't know. But my colleague Matt said something very important when he made a video yesterday. People in the middle of the island are not speaking up about what's happening. And that's how ghettos start. When people don't care and people don't speak up about problems and don't want to really get involved the way they should, this is how communities decline. And, the people on the South Shore, they may be closed-minded, they may be arrogant, but they speak up, and that's part of the reason they get what they want. You know, if we don't speak up, we lose the middle of the island. And we are losing the middle of the island. We are. So that's going to wrap up this video. Just keeping it brief, talking about what's going on here. Obviously, it's been very difficult with my mental health. Some people just don't understand what it's like to have this illness, and I'm not going to argue with them about it, telling me what I should and should not do. You're not in my shoes, so please keep your mouth shut. All right. I'm trying to survive here. All right, and it's getting harder and harder for me to do that. All right. But like I said, I have 2 roads to take, and I don't want to be forced on the road to go to New Jersey so easily. The fight does continue. It does. Take care, and thank you for watching.